Alright guys, I'm going to try and make this a somewhat quick one. Then I'm going to have to, I only got 7 minutes left on this thing. I started with 19 minutes today. So this is the flower bed. Got a lot of flowers in it. We got another big one over there. And so this isn't the area I'm actually going to be gardening in, but I just thought I'd show you because my mom is obsessed with it. It's in the evening, so, you know, it's a bit of stuff. There's lots of rocks and also flowers growing up out of them. And those little purple flowers are growing up like weeds. They're everywhere. We got a stone path here going back into where I am actually going to be doing it. And if we open this gate up, which is difficult to do, there is this back here. So this is my progress I've made so far. It's all woods around here. I'll go around what I think to be most of the area. But so far, this was all originally that leaf compost. I don't know if you can really get a good idea of the depth, but that's like a foot thick, maybe more, of just leaf compost. Almost 2 feet of it. And I cleared it all aside with my pitchfork. Found these rotting boards underneath. But they're okay. They're all super wet and stuff, and now they're all dried out because they've been out in the sun for like 2 or 3 days. And on those boards, they were all underneath a pile of leaves over there, that one that's sitting to the side. And you can see all the rocks that I've moved. And we were moving these rocks from over there along the fence because the neighbors have dogs, and my big fluffy dog, that's a German Shepherd, likes to run across back and forth there, and it hurts his paws really bad. And so you can see the new rocks I put all the way back around down to here is what I did today with one wheelbarrow load, that new wheelbarrow. We found, this is like a garden dump too. There's like potting soil right there that like a ton of it someone just dumped out. And there's tons of weeds. You know what? Instead of having blackberry and raspberry bramble here, we have wild roses everywhere. And it's the weirdest thing. There's also a wood pile over there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but anyway, we got these plastic pots that I found. I just thought I'd, you know, sit them on there for now. I don't know, I might reuse them. I know it's a little bit weird, but they were just out here, so I thought, interesting. They're pretty broken and messed up, but with some dirt, I think they'd bow back out a little bit at least. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're just little cheap plastic containers. It's not like they're meant to look good. I could at least still use them as seed starters and stuff. But I built this little fence along here to keep the litter, like the leaf litter compost and stuff, from getting in again into all the into the rock path. See, it's built out of logs towards the end, and old fence post pieces with some borders, some border planks towards the ground. Just a lot of branches and logs hammered into the ground. I used the back of my axe for that. This is probably going to be another path going off the main one. It's probably going to go up into there in order to be a way to walk near pumpkins and stuff. Anyway, I keep walking up here. This is where the path is going. It's not all filled in with rocks yet. But right there, that's all stuff that I've yet to fill in. That little orange thing is a marker flag of some sort. I don't know what it goes to. I don't know if it's the edge, but I don't think it is. I think the property's a little bigger than that. Probably like up there, probably, maybe, like up there. It's gonna take a lot of work to clear all this, but we need to know exactly what it is that we're doing. And so this is the end of it here. And that orange thing is a pumpkin that I buried, starting to rot a little bit more. It had mold on it and stuff. There are some of the ones that we brought from West Virginia. That's one of the pumpkins that lasted throughout the rest of the year after last harvest. You can see that on my other YouTube channel, my main one, Zombro, but I mostly, I don't know. I like playing video games and stuff, but I also think, I also really like gardening. Sorry, I have a bit of a stroke sometimes when I'm talking. Not actually, but you know what I mean. There's some birds back there. Actually, those... Never mind. I'm an idiot. Those aren't birds. Those are squirrels running down a tree, chasing after each other. Probably doing something very gross, but anyway. But yeah, so that is one pumpkin that I buried. Not too deep, so that it'll actually sprout. I need to water them, so they'll start to germinate. But right here, I don't know if you can see any of it, but some of that orange, that, and Dominic will remember this, that is what we called Warty, or what he named Warty. It was a large ornamental gourd, and that's one of the ones that lasted like for the rest of the time, because gourds are super dry for some reason most of the time, the ornamental gourds are. And it was covered with warts that were like green. It was really pretty. But when I stepped on that thing, it made a crunch sound. It was like super, super dry. There's actually a piece over there, I think, over here that I think a squirrel stole. Right here on the ground. You can see the inside is just white. Yeah, you can see some of the warts on there. Yeah, it's just like, you can hear that. It's just like, look at that, it just cracks. It's like really, really dry, even without being in the sun here. If I stepped on it on purpose to break it open so that the seeds can be in contact with the ground, so we'll get a bunch of gourds going all over, along with, you know, orange pumpkin. Yeah, when I stepped on it, it made a very loud crunch noise, and it was kind of funny. But and over here somewhere amongst the leaves and weeds, there's a white pumpkin of some sort. At the nursery we got them from in the fall, we always call them white spookies, but they are probably, I don't even know what type of white pumpkin there are. They're not like one of the completely white ones. They're not like a full moon. They're also smaller. They're like standard, like about the size of a soccer ball, maybe a little bit smaller. The one I had was like the size of a soccer ball. Sometimes they get bigger than that, and that's if you're lucky. I had one year that was like just slightly bigger than the soccer ball, and that was good.